my darlings and darklings, welcome back to the Simply Witchery YouTube channel. My name is Lethe, they, them, and today I am bringing the air signs Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, their divine alignment for the month of December. So let's get into our disclaimers so we can get into the reading. First of all, make sure you check in with your sun, moon, and rising sign because you are not just your sun sign, and you'll get a more complete picture if you check in with all three. Second, this is a collective reading, so not everything will resonate with everyone. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And this month I am using the Action Oracle for our Oracle card and the Fifth Spirit Tarot for our Tarot cards. So, air signs, for you, I pulled Change Your Mind from the Action Oracle. I'm going to read the back to you. It says, you control your mind and therefore have control of how you perceive things and respond to things. Take action. Do the opposite of your initial reaction. Solve the problem instead of dwelling on it. Give it time before responding. Look at it in a different way. So this is just really about getting more perspective or changing your perspective, right? That's the call. It's easy to say, not easy to do. So let's see what the tarot has to say in response. So, Gemini, for you, I pulled the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and Justice for you. Love that Justice. So good. So let's see. What am I getting for you, Gemini? I feel like balance is really important. Justice is here, so there's a lot of balance. There's a lot of creating this, creating balance in community is big for Justice. Creating balance in the things that you do specifically is what I'm getting for you right now. That's what I'm hearing. The change in your mind that you need to make is changing the things that you do in response to things, right? So you need to have a, sorry, I've got a little lingering cough. It's not the Rona. I've tested. I mean, it's important, but it's not important right now. So if I cough, I promise you it is my allergies that have gotten out of control. Anyway, Justice. I never felt like I had to explain that before 2020, but it is what it is. Anyway, you and Justice. You need to get control of what you do and how you respond to things. The Eight of Pentacles is telling me that you're really good at snap reactions, right? Your initial instinct is usually right? Like the initial response you have to things usually can carry you through a situation. However, this is the quantity or the quality over quantity card, right? So while your initial reaction to something might be enough, this card is calling you to look deeper and to recognize your initial reaction, to keep it, and to respect it. And maybe that is the thing you go with, but you need to have a balancing option that comes after that initial step, right? So think about that. Get quality over quantity with your mindset. And then, what is this Two of Wands saying to me? The Two of Wands is also about balance. Twos tend to be about balance within their suit. And I think I'm hearing a lot of potential. There's potential in what comes after that split or that initial reaction, right? I heard somewhere once that your initial response to something is the way you were conditioned, and your second response is the response that your actual soul has to a thing, right? So that's important to you for some reason. I feel like that needed to be said. So for some of you, that will speak to your situation. All I'm getting is that there's potential, and I'm not sure how that applies. Yeah, I'm just hearing that there's potential. So keep the Oracle card in mind. Keep this quality over quantity and this balance in your actions in mind. And let this card speak to you itself. Because I feel like it's going to be specific to the individual and specific to the situation, which is why I'm not getting anything other than that there's potential. So yeah. So whatever potential means to you right now is important. So think on that word and think on it in the context of the other cards. Yeah, so I think that's your reading, Gemini. I love you. Have a good month. Okay, so Libra, for you, I pulled the, hang on, the Six of Wands, the Knight, or no, not the Knight, the King of Swords, and the Emperor. So, the Six of Wands is about celebration. And so I feel like there's something that you've accomplished that you're not recognizing as a great, fantastic accomplishment. So go back over the last couple of months, the last year, because it's December, it's the end of the year. Reflecting is kind of what we do in this month, right? And celebrate yourself, celebrate your accomplishments, and remember that any year, but especially in a year like 2020, every little accomplishment deserves to be celebrated. Because in a year like this one, everything is a great, massive achievement, and you should be proud of that. And that's always true, but it's particularly true this year. So figure out, celebrate something about yourself. Celebrate something you haven't celebrated yet. Because you're awesome. Libra, you're just awesome, and you deserve to be celebrated, so celebrate. And then the King of Swords is all about mental clarity, right? So as you are looking for what it is that you haven't celebrated about yourself adequately yet, get some of that clarity on why it is that you felt whatever it is didn't deserve to be celebrated in the first place. Yeah. There needs to be some clarity there. You need to understand why you didn't celebrate this thing, not just that, oh, I didn't celebrate this thing, let's celebrate it and then move on. No, there's a deeper issue, and the King of Swords will help you find that clarity, which will help facilitate the healing that the Emperor wants you to do, right? I feel like this is a self-worth issue. Sometimes these cards really speak to me too, and as a Libra rising, this reading is definitely for me as well. Sorry about the dog. He's very loud today, and I haven't been able to stop him from being loud, so I'm sorry that you can hear him. Anyway, the Emperor and whatever it is that you're not celebrating with the King of Swords and this Six of Wands, it's a self-worth thing. I think for a lot of us, there is some part of you that you've been taught is not enough, that isn't worth celebrating, that isn't worth anything, and may in fact be a bad thing about you, right? And it's not. That's a story that someone told you, and they told you long enough and loud enough that you believed it. And so the King of Swords and the Emperor are here to help you cut away the bullshit so that you can recognize that this thing that you haven't celebrated about yourself is actually an asset. It's actually a beautiful, wonderful, powerful thing. And someone devalued it because they were afraid of your power. So it's time to step into that power and celebrate it instead of hiding it away. Which brings us back to the Oracle card. Change your mind. It's a change of mindset. It's a change of how you view yourself and how you view that gift, that part of yourself. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting for you, Libra. I love you. Have an excellent month. Happy healing. Healing isn't always fun or pretty. But I hope that it brings you happiness. So that is that for Libra. Aquarius, for you, I pulled excuse me, I pulled Temperance, the Three of Pentacles, and the Tower. So don't be afraid of the Tower. Whenever I pull a card like this, I'm like, don't be afraid of it. It's okay. It's okay. Let's talk about it. Don't freak out. I think Temperance and the Tower is a really beautiful combination. Let's start there. Because Temperance is all about balance, right? Healing, balance, the healing that comes from balance. And then the Tower is just the struggle that we often find when we have to let go of something that we don't particularly want to let go of. I feel like in this case, it's going to be about a cathartic release of something that you don't particularly want to let go of, but that you really need to let go of for your health and your happiness and your wholeness. I feel like I'm hearing that it's like an ego thing for a lot of us. A lot of, yeah, us. I can say us. A lot of us. Your ego's holding tightly on to something. And whenever the ego holds on really tight to something, it's because there's some kind of fear, usually. Some kind of very strong emotion at the very least, that is tying you to that thing, right? Like I said, it's most often fear. And I think Spirit wants you to know right now that it's okay that it's hard. It's okay that it's a fight to let go of this thing. Letting something go that you love isn't easy. Sorry about the dog. But it will be okay. However long it takes you to fight through this battle, however long you feel the emotions that the Tower brings up in you, it's gonna be all right. Because Temperance is right there alongside you, right? Temperance is here to like hold your hand and to be like, it's okay. We can struggle through this. If you need to struggle through it, just as long as you're moving, right? It doesn't have to be a big, sudden change. Just little steps, tiny little steps toward the goal is all that's really necessary. And that's all that's being asked of you right now. Yeah, and I feel like this Three of Pentacles is just echoing that. It's just chip away at it, just little by little. Slowly let it go. However long it takes is fine. Just slowly release the thing. And one day you will look up to find that you've let it go and that your life is better and more beautiful than you could have imagined because of it. So even if the change in your mind is a slow one, it's still a change. It's still beautiful. It's still worth it. And you're still doing the right thing. There's no enough. There's no fast enough or quick enough. It's just enough. You are enough. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're capable of is enough. Again, I'm sorry about the dog. So, with that, air signs, those are your readings for the divine alignment for the month of December. I love you all very, 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 that got away from me. I love you very much. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below to let me know what resonated with you. I love to hear from you. If you'd like to see more from me, subscribe. I post new videos every Monday and Wednesday. And I will see you next time for another video.